Pika pika.
We did it. We actually did it. Nice. I was so nervous for it. I do feel like though I got a little lucky because most turns, like for example, Snorax basically did nothing. Like he just spammed amnesia for the whole time, which isn't really helpful. And just like that, Red disappears again. Oh, and I actually didn't know that, but apparently you get the what are they called? I always forget the English term for it. End screen something. Well, in any case, you know what I mean. I think I've said that in the last episode. In theory, Pokemon Crystal, well, I mean, it's over. That was the last fight, the last important fight that you could have in the game, at least of my knowledge. The thing that we're left off, that we left off, that we could do, are basically just running after legendaries. Which is in fact what I did, for example, in the last playthrough for Pokemon, what was it, Red, I believe? I think it was Red or Blue. Damn, I don't remember. So in any case, that's what I've done in the previous playthrough. I'm not too sure if I will do that this time, I'm going to be totally honest with you, but still, I would like to say thank you for anyone who has ever tuned in for even a single episode of this playthrough. I love Pokemon, I love Pokemon Crystal, and I have to say I honestly enjoyed it even more than I thought I would. Particularly, I didn't think that it would be hard at times. In particular at the very beginning, it was it wasn't just a breeze, just passing through basically. You actually had to think about it at times, and that's cool. I like it. I really liked it. It then became a little stale. I unfortunately, just because I can't find a better term for it. But if I have to be completely honest, it did become a little stale, which means that we got to the point where, mostly in Kanto was probably the biggest problem. That the thing that backed me out and kind of disappointed me is the fact that once you win the Pokemon League in Yoto and you go to Kanto, the gym trainers there, up until the very last one, aren't very high leveled, right? And that really feels weird, because you have 7 easy fights in which you can basically just one-shot anyone that comes at you because, well, they're very low level. And then all of a sudden you have to face the very last gym battle in Pokemon Crystal, and then it's actually hard because, well, your Pokemons are actually under level this time rather than over leveled as they were for the whole playthrough. That felt weird, to be honest. That felt a little weird. That's it. But once again, I like it. I liked it. I loved it. I'm very happy that I made a playthrough of it. And the thing about these playthroughs that I'm doing is that, of course my goal is to maybe entertain, although, well, I have to get better at it, I know, but still, the biggest reason why I'm doing this is because I like doing that. It's just fun to have a YouTube channel in which you have a playthrough completed, because the reason why I started them in the first place is because one day, all of a sudden, I ended up, just browsing through this channel, and I realized that, not really all this channel. I was browsing through YouTube through all the different channels I made during the year, and actually I'm going to stop the music now, just because, well, we're talking. In any case, so I was browsing through YouTube, through my old YouTube accounts, and I realized that actually, basically all of the playthrough, particularly about Pokemon that I've started, I've never finished them. And that felt very sad. I felt even like I was being a traitor to the franchise that I've always loved, you know? So, well, to be fair, I was younger back then. I am a little older now, so I guess it is a little easier to commit to something, if you know what I mean. But still, I felt sad about it, so I had to do something. And these playthroughs are the result of it, are the result of how I was feeling. So, well, sorry for rambling, I hope you didn't mind it. My cursor is in the middle of the screen as always, isn't it? No, actually it isn't, because you can see that the game is frozen right now for you. So, in any case, once again, thank you for watching. I do not know if this will be the last episode or the last episode before the special ones, but it might be, to be honest. So, well, to end it and to end the conversation, I also don't know if I will be doing any more playthroughs. I don't know. I started it super enthusiastic with a lot of energy actually to record them, to make them. Even though at first they were very simple, you know, I mean, at first I was basically just playing, recording, and putting them online just like they were, without any cut, without anything, basically. Um, and well, it then became a little bit, well, I decided to make things a little bit harder on myself, which, well, isn't really much, to be honest. The only thing I added along the way is a camera, as you can see, and how can I call it, like a thumbnail, I guess, like a layout, actually, sorry, a layout for my videos. But still, I'm feeling very happy about it. I feel proud of it, so I don't mind it. Still, I realize that the time just gets less and less each day, unfortunately. Of course, there will be times in which I will have more time than I have right now, but when those days happen, I usually just either relax or focus on playing and hanging out with my friends rather than recording. You know, probably the reason why I'm saying all of these things here is because, well, I really needed to, well, not only to tell you, whoever is watching, but also to be able to tell myself, to admit on myself that although I like doing that, it's not a commitment I would like to take, you know? So, with all that said, that doesn't mean that I won't do any more videos anymore. That just means that I will probably just slow down a lot. You know, I will actually do YouTube and record and play and commentate or whatever when I really feel like it, and not when and not through a schedule that I feel forced to follow, because as you can see, for example, this episode came out like will come out like after 2 weeks or so from the previous one, which is a lot of time. But my opinion is that this is actually a much better episode than the ones that I've been doing, where I was doing that every 2 days, every other day, basically, because sometimes there was like a day in which maybe I was feel like super into the idea, super into it, and that felt nice. But then maybe there was another episode or another time in which I didn't really feel like recording. I didn't really feel like doing that, commentate or anything. and it really showed. I unfortunately have this thing that I've always realized about myself, that I'm not very good at. Well, I mean, I can hide things, but I'm not good at it. It's very easy to just see how I'm feeling, how I actually think, just watching me, how I behave, and how much energy I have on the matter, and so on. So, well, that wraps it up. I'm very sorry, I think that was like a 10-minute speech or something, which I'm going to assume not many of you will follow till the end. If you did, I honestly appreciate that. I really do. Thank you. And even if you didn't, and even if you're just like skipping and you get to this part and like you're feeling bad about it, which probably you won't, but still, don't worry. Like, I'm still very happy that you're here and that you watch these random videos I make on YouTube. So, I think that's it. Thank you for watching. This has been Zaki. I really hope to see you as soon as possible, although I don't really know when will that be. Bye bye, guys.